Memphis is in the building.
Yes, sir.
Memphis is in the building. What's happening?
Y'all know what's going on, man. Moni Grindhard Montana, but you already knew.
There you go, what's happening, man?
Yeah.
Working, grind hard. You know what I'm saying?
Grindhard Montana, you need.
Hey, I love it. You got one of my favorite words ever within your name, which is grind. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later.
For sure.
You know, give us an official introduction.
Man, Moni Grindhard Montana, but you already knew that. 1,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
You originally from Memphis?
Yeah, born and raised.
Let's talk about it.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about it. What was life like for you growing up in the beautiful city of Memphis? There's so much talent out there.
Yeah, it's plenty. Yeah, it's plenty talent out there.
Yeah.
It's plenty talent, you know what I'm saying? It's just growing up is every day, you know what I'm saying? If you coming from the struggle, if you coming from the city, you already know how it is, you know what I'm saying? You living every day, you gotta watch your back, but at the same time, you gotta grind to get what you want, you feel what I'm saying? If you want it, it's out there, go get it, you feel what I'm saying?
No, for real. You actually just said one of my favorite words. Is it money?
Money.
Grind hard, Montana.
Yes.
Got grind in your name.
Better believe
So
it.
it's only right that I ask you this.
Yes.
What's your definition of the word grind? We're just gonna get right into it.
Grind, man, is going to get it, you feel what I'm saying? It's out there, like I said, you gotta go get it. You gotta, every day you wake up, it's a blessing. So don't take that day for granted, you feel what I'm saying? Grind 100 times, 10 times. As long as you did better than you did yesterday, you grind it, you feel what I'm saying? You gotta go get it, man.
That's facts. The only thing that we are guaranteed in life is that our clock is going to expire at some point in time.
1,000.
It's the only thing that we're guaranteed. Anything else is a maybe. So, like you said, we ain't guaranteed that we're going to wake up tomorrow.
Exactly.
You got to work like today is your last day.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because we got people depending on us. I'm sure you got family, friends, relatives that look up to you. You know what I'm saying? You got your team with you today.
For sure.
You got to win.
Yeah, y'all already know.
You gotta win.
Road to riches shit, my guy. You did.
And the thing is, what I can already say, and we just are meeting, what I can say about you that separates you from a lot of these artists out here is you really want this.
For sure.
You got on that road from Memphis to Atlanta during a damn pandemic,
Man.
during a time when there's cops out here killing people.
For
It's
sure.
a risk being on the road right now.
It really
Truth be told.
Yeah.
Like, you really want this.
For sure.
I respect that. I salute your grind.
Appreciate it.
For real, for real. You know, there's artists out here, and Such and I talk about it all the time, that live damn 20 minutes up the road and won't come out within their own city.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? You're like, man, F that, I'm gonna go get
You
it.
hear me? For
Because
real.
guess what? Opportunities don't usually come to you. You gotta go get them.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? What made music your passion? Was it growing up in Memphis and seeing some of the other greats, or you know, what made you decide music was my passion?
It was bits of all that, but it really started, you know, coming from a single parent household. You feel what I'm saying? I had a lot of anger and aggression built up.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a productive way to get that out. So when I took anger management, you know what I'm saying, after being kicked out of schools and all this stuff like that.
Let me find out you was beating up people and
nah,
stuff.
man, you know, just acting out, you know what I'm saying, to come with it, you feel what I'm saying, growing up in that lifestyle, you feel what I'm saying, you a child, but, you know, I had a lot of anger and aggression, you feel what I'm saying, so a productive way they told me to do it was to write. So it started as poetry, but people around me was like, man, you need to put that on a beat. So then once I did that, and I heard it played back, it was like, that was it. It was like I found what I was meant to do. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I heard it played back. It's one thing to tell your story, but when you hear it played back to you, it hit different. You feel
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? So once I heard that, it was a rap. I'm like, this is what I want to do. I want to live my life to do my music and put my pain on paper. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Put it on the track.
And you did it the right way, because we have a lot of decisions we can make in life, and sometimes we don't necessarily make the right ones.
For sure.
You decided to put your aggression and your anger and your pain out in a positive way. And guess what? Because you decided to do that, it's going to help other people as well.
For sure.
People going to listen to your music and they're going to be able to relate to it.
Yeah.
Music is a universal language. No matter what emotion we are going through, we always turn to music. Whether we happy, we sad, we mad, we smoking, we drinking,
Yeah,
music is a part of everyday life.
Exactly.
We ride in our cars listening to it. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you have a major platform. What are some of the things that you want to do with your music career? Like, what can we expect to see from you in the next 3 to 5 years?
3 to 5 years, I'm trying to be like at the top, you feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, with me writing, you feel what I'm saying? Of course, I write my own music, but I can also do some writing for other artists, stuff like that as well. But ultimately, I'm trying to build a platform where I can help myself, you know what I'm saying, with everyday life, make it a lucrative thing, and then put other people in position to make money.
You a boss.
I mean, that's how I'm trying
you
to
a boss, baby. You are a boss, because in order to be a boss, you got to put other people in a position to be a boss. And I love that, because we have to be somewhat selfish, but we got to learn to be selfless as well.
Exactly.
We got to help other people. And it sounds like that's exactly what you're looking to do. What about, what's your movement?
Man, Road to Riches, a whole lot of Road to Riches shit, my girl. You did.
I know that's right. Is it a label?
Yeah, right now we just got all the paperwork, documentation and stuff like that as a label, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at artists. There's been some other folks that I already been working with, but you know what I'm saying, as far as putting folks on, like, I hadn't got there yet, so I can't promise you that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm working on it. You feel what I'm saying? So I can show you what I already know, what I already did, and then we can just go from there. You feel what I'm saying? It's Road to Riches. We paving their way. You feel what I'm saying? Nah,
for real. And that's what makes you a boss. You know, there's a lot of other bosses out there. Shout out to Yo Gotti, who puts a lot of these other artists in a position to win. Shout out to 2 Chainz, who puts a lot of other artists. You know, there's a lot of artists that do that. Not only that, but also have other business ventures. I just want to say this real quick. Shout out to Master P, man. That dude's a genius.
For sure.
You see, he about to put Uncle Ben's out of business.
Yeah.
Because he got Uncle P's rice.
He got noodle cups. He got
all
cheese,
that.
He got everything.
All that. I'm just like, you know, I love that, because it's a true entrepreneurship. It's not about, oh, let me see how much money I can take from these people. Like, he's a true businessman. Yeah, of course you want to make money, but I'm sure along the way he's employing other people and people that, you know, he wants to help along the way. So you need to bring that out here to ATL. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Have you met DJ Such and Such before today?
No, this is my first time, you know what I'm saying? I heard of them, of course, y'all doing great.
I heard it was all bad things.
Nah, it's good, you feel what I'm saying? But I done heard the name, you know, and I done seen some of the work, you feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, he grinding, you feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
But respect him, you feel what I'm saying? Yeah.
I tell everybody all the time, I'm such his ego, because he's such a humble dude, which I respect that. But you know, he's a tour DJ, radio DJ, club DJ. Like, he's worked with some of the biggest artists in the business. But what I always brag on, anybody knows me, what I brag on him the most about is he really rocks with independent artists. Genuinely. He breaks records. He's one of those DJs that'll take a risk in the club. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, extra that you can offer?
Well, first I want to salute you for coming rock with us.
Yeah, man, sure.
So you stay in Memphis.
Stay in Memphis.
So y'all drove a good little bit there today.
Well, we drove a good little bit yesterday.
Oh, y'all been here? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But listen, they got here yesterday and they leaving today.
That's dope.
That's that grind.
You gotta grind, man.
How many hours is it? Like 7, 8?
It's like 5.5, almost 6.
Oh, y'all like blazing on the road.
See a couple, you know what I'm saying? We see some little lights there, you know, we slow down.
Yeah.
But,
you better get that Waze out.
Yeah.
You heard about Waze?
Waze.
I gotta get you.
That shit don't always work.
To you, I mean, to each his own.
Yeah.
You know,
it's basically it's a GPS app where people can engage. If I'm on the road and I see a cop, I can put it in there. That way it alerts you. But there'd be a lot of times where I'll ride right past where they say the police and there'll be none there. They just put that fear in your heart.
You're right, but I like it though. It slow my black ass down.
You hear me?
Especially someone like you who always got that good gas.
Hey, I actually don't ride and smoke no more, Tim. I stopped.
Thank you. I'm so glad.
I ain't rolling smoke probably like at least 4 or 5 months.
Let all this craziness blow over. You know,
I ain't riding smoke.
Atlanta is crazy right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could talk. That could be a whole nother show. You know, RIP to all these young men and women who have recently lost their lives so senselessly.
For sure.
Man, like, how is stuff like that motivation for you? It's got to be motivation.
Man, it's real. You feel what I'm saying?
You took the glasses off. I know it's real.
I mean, I feel that. You feel what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, I'm an African American. You feel what I'm saying? So we've been fighting this fight for so long.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like I
It's
can't
tiring,
help but to
man.
feel it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like when you see it, it's different because it opened a lot of people's eyes who that usually wasn't open. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like it's so deep and deeply rooted. You feel what I'm saying? I hate he had to lose his life like that and for it to be videoed and everything like that, but it had to happen. You feel what I'm saying? Once that happened, it opened the world up.
Yes, and the thing is, thank God for video on establishments, on people's phones, because like you said, this is something, and I don't mean to get totally off subject, but I like talking about it. It's been happening for way too long. It's just it was never documented.
Exactly.
A lot of these white police who have badges who should not be in power were getting away with murder.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what it is. It's murder.
Exactly.
And they deserve, in my opinion, don't just give them dudes life. Give them the death penalty. I don't give a damn who they are.
A life for a life.
A life for a life.
For a
Absolutely. It's crazy. So what's the single that you brought us today?
A-OK.
It did.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. What I'm finna say. Me and my Ugly Money team, we just locked in with YSL. We already did Boosie. We already did Free Bands. YSL. Gunna did his drop already. We just haven't posted it yet.
They do a tour is what he's talking about.
We're coming to Memphis soon. That's basically what I'm telling you. So pay attention to my page soon for the dates. Maybe you can get on the tour. You know what I'm saying? Help you spread your wings.
For sure. Appreciate that, man. You hear me?
Yeah, it's
That's
always
real.
dope to
That's
get involved with a movement of people that are doing something.
For sure.
Because, you know, shout out to OG Bigger Rankin. He does it as well. He does the Street and Greet tour. He's put a lot of artists in a position to win.
Yeah, he has.
Shout out to Boom Man out here, putting artists in positions to win. You know what I'm saying? He once was an artist, so he understands. Like, you can't help but respect dudes like that.
Exactly.
We need to see you in that position.
Man, for sure. You feel what I'm saying? For sure. And I'm always going to put the next man on. You feel what I'm saying? Because I feel it very passionately.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, it ain't just about me. I'm just trying to keep the dough down. You feel what I'm saying? Because I know plenty of artists, especially in Memphis, they need to eat.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? And they so wrapped up in trying to eat, you know what I'm saying, with the fast money, trying to live fast, trying to get the money, flip it to feed their kids, you feel what I'm saying, their family, someone taking care of their mamas, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, it's hard for them to just solely try to put that toward the music, you feel what I'm saying? Because when they come in, they gotta flip it, try to make it right back, and they gotta, you know what I'm saying, take care of other folks in the process. Same thing I'm doing, you feel what I'm saying? I just try to do it on a more legit path, but you feel what I'm saying, it still come hard for us trying to get it, you feel what I'm saying? So it's just like I'm trying to open the door, you feel what I'm saying, for a lot of Memphis artists. Like, folks just now starting to really pick up on Memphis artists, because for a while it was the same folks for a while.
Yeah.
And then they started trying to put money back in the city and stuff, and then now you got a lot of people coming up now. You feel what I'm saying? But it's way more than that, I'm telling you.
There's so much talent. We've interviewed a lot of Memphis artists. Man, like some of the big ones down to some that are just starting out.
For sure.
And there's so much talent out there.
You tapped in with my boy, what's his name, Paul Tut?
Oh yeah, do you know Paul Tut?
For sure. When I first was putting out my official single, The Struggle, I got over Paul Tut, you know what I'm saying? So he was helping me move around in the city.
Yeah.
So shout out Paul Tut.
He does a lot. He does events out here and stuff as well. So definitely, and shout out to of course DJ Hype Man Crunk. You know, he out in Nashville now. That's you know, Hype Man Crunk is one of them guys that just stays in the mix of what's going on.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? He always sends artists our way, so I'm definitely appreciative for that. Do you have any recent albums or EPs out?
I got Road to Riches 2 out, you know what I'm saying? That's the mixtape. It's on all platforms and whatnot too, you feel what I'm saying? And then I just dropped the previous single, Green Heart. And then, I mean, it's a whole bunch of stuff, you know. Yeah. Just when y'all see one single, that's just what we focusing on, what we marketing on. You feel what I'm saying? But we got a lot of stuff. Like, I just did jump with Project Pat. You
Project Pat.
You did. You better believe it. You did.
That's
so,
our
coming
dog,
from
man.
Memphis, that's major. You feel what I'm saying? So, to have that stamp, that's much appreciated. You feel what I'm saying? I'm very appreciative of that, you feel what I'm saying? And so we trying to get the video together for that, and then we're gonna drop the video. But the song is out, so you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of stuff, man.
Pat's one of the most humble dudes I've ever had the
Yes.
pleasure of interviewing. We interviewed him. He was on the cover of my magazine.
For sure.
Man, what a, not only is he just so legendary for his city
For sure.
and the music business, but he helps out up and coming artists as well.
He definitely does.
Man.
Shout out Project Pet, man.
Shout out,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what's going on.
Yeah, for real, for real. So this record is called A-OK. Who produced it? Who made the beat?
My guy Young Teasy, like I said, he also did my last single as well, The Struggle. So I've been rocking with him for a while. I also rock with Young Borski and Creative. They not from the city. They from I think they might be from like up north somewhere. But like basically, if I hear a track and I like it, you know what I'm saying, I hit you up. I'm gonna purchase it, you know.
So let's talk about that real quick. When you going through some beats, a producer sends you a beat pack, or you stumble across their website and you listening to beats, and I know how artists do. They'll sit down, put their headphones on, and just vibe out for an hour, 2 hours, just listening to beats. What catches your attention?
What catches my attention really, I throw on a beat. Like I said, because my stuff started as writing, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I hear a melody or something that come to my head when I'm listening to it, I go ahead and just like, okay, I'm gonna get that. Because once I get one, maybe, 2 bars,
Yeah.
I can write the rest of the
You
song.
know it's gonna just flow.
Yeah, exactly. So if I'm listening to it and I can hear something right off the bat, then I'm gonna copy it, you feel what I'm saying? So it's straight like that.
Do you typically write all your music before you get to the studio, or do you ever have times when you go in there and you just come up with stuff when you're there and basically freestyle the song?
So most of the time I start off with writing it, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it be open space on the track and stuff. So when we get to the studio, I like to, most times it be like the whole second verse. I would have written the first verse, the hook, stuff like that. When we get in there, however I'm feeling, however I'm vibing, then I go ahead and, do the second verse while I'm there.
Oh,
which
that's
what we
dope.
did today, actually, when we was at the studio.
So you kind of have a blueprint before you get there, which
For
is
sure.
good, because in business or anything you do, you gotta have a structure and a blueprint. So then from that, you can vibe off of that, get your second verse, and that's dope, because whatever emotion you feeling at that very moment is what you can
Exactly.
project into your music.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? What's the vibe like when you in the studio?
He's laid back, he's chill. It might be hype, it might be crunk, you know what I'm saying? It depends on how the song go, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, if I get like a slow song that's kind of laid back and chill, I still, you know what I'm saying, can get in that mindset, you feel what I'm saying? Almost kind of like a actor or actress, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They can put themselves in the predicament so they can, you feel what I'm saying, vibe it better. You can feel it.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Even
For
though
sure.
they not going through it, you would think that they are, you feel what I'm saying?
Right, they adapt to that character.
Exactly. So if I wrote it when it was a depressed time for me or whatever, I can feel once I'm projecting the music out, you feel what I'm saying? I can feel it, you feel what I'm saying? So I can get back in that mode either way.
Is that something that you may pursue at some point in time? You just talked about, acting and stuff like that. Is that something that might be on the radar at some point in
For
time?
sure, ain't nothing off the table.
Get on that big screen, baby.
Ain't nothing off the table. I mean, you got Ice-T, Ice Cube. I mean, you get the list goes on. Everybody done did it. You feel what I'm saying? It just come with it. It's just more bread in my eye. Like I said, it's Memphis. We hungry, baby.
No,
you feel
for
me?
real.
However it
Yeah,
come,
you
however
did.
it come, you did.
It's like screen
For sure.
making the movies at 70,
For
you know what I'm
sure.
saying? Keep that bankroll
For
coming
sure.
in.
Yeah, then tell them, hey, this is something I did back then. You can put that. This a placement.
Yeah, for
You feel
real,
what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Put that on there. It's gonna sound good.
Right, exactly. Get your music placed in films and stuff like that. So, all right, so we're going to check out this record. I need you to do 2 things, though. One, tell everybody where they can keep up with you.
Man, y'all already know it's Moni Grindhard Montana, M-O-N-I.
I love the way you say that. Say that one more time. Say it again one more time. You say that so cool.
Moni Grindhard Montana, but you already
Montana.
knew it. You need 1,000. But it's M-O-N-I, Grindhard Montana. This on everything. Or if you just want to go to one straight link, y'all can go to the website. It's roadtoriches.online.
I see you. Okay, it's very far and few in between that we get artists to come through that have a website.
Yes.
He could co-sign this. I give artists homework assignments like I'm their teacher. I'm like, you gotta have a website.
For sure.
That's your domain, because guess what? We don't own Instagram.
Exactly.
That's their page, basically. We just renting and leasing space from them.
Exactly.
But at least if you buy your domain and build a website, that's yours.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's so important. So shout out to you for having your own website.
Appreciate it.
So we're gonna check out the record. Who you want to give a shout out to?
Man, I just want to shout out anybody that's out there pushing, working, and grinding, man. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't no man too big, ain't no man too small. You feel what I'm saying? I shout out everybody. If you grinding, if you working, shout you out, bro.
Who you got with you today?
Man, I got my guy, Road to Riches Tay, you feel what I'm saying? Y'all see him everywhere with me, you feel what I'm saying? This my right hand man, you did.
That's what's
got
up.
my girl with me, Carly Rose, you feel what I'm saying? Got his girl with him, CC, you feel what I'm saying? We just riding, you know what I'm saying? Vibing his family, you feel me?
I love that.
Yeah.
Like, it's so important to have, I can't stress this enough, and I'm gonna leave this right here. It's so important to have people around you who understand this business, especially in a relationship.
For sure.
Because this music business can make or break situations.
For sure.
I was in a 12-year relationship that got broken because of this. Now my current relationship I've been with for almost 3 years, he's in the music business, so he understands what I gotta do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So there ain't that tension there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all the loved ones in the building. The energy is on 1 million right now.
You did.
You did. Go ahead and introduce the song. We're gonna check it out.
Man, y'all already know what it is. Moni Grindhard Montana. And this okay.
Hey, okay. So, say it.
Okay.
Wait, you a little rusty. We need that one more time. That was a little rusty.
Okay.
Never mind. Let's just listen to it.
Okay.
Radio station.